continues to have a marked impact on me as a man as I move through life. I was ultimately the first in my family to graduate college and ultimately law school. I am no stranger to politics. I've worked on over 150 campaigns in 42 states, including some here in the great state of Texas, while I was trying to figure out a way on how I was going to pay for college and law school. And in 1997, I got out of politics after working on all of those campaigns, and I boxed up that part of my life and I put it behind me in order to practice law. And frankly, I never thought that I would return potentially to politics, and I never thought I'd be standing before a room like this in Houston, Texas, talking to individuals under circumstances such as these. However, a very strange thing, curious thing happened to me earlier this year. Through a stroke of fate, I was handed a client who'd been wronged by the most powerful man in the world, Donald Trump. Now, headline writers know her only by her occupation, but me and each of you have come to know Stormy Daniels for her intelligence, her courage, her fortitude, and her belief in right and wrong and the rule of law. That is what we have come to know Stormy Daniels as. And over the course of representing Stormy Daniels, something else very interesting occurred. Americans of all stripes, of all walks of life, reached out their hands to me and us and provided us with information. And before I knew it, I was representing not only Stormy Daniels against Donald Trump, but other women wronged by the President of the United States, families separated at our southern border who had their children stripped from their sides, as well as ultimately a woman with allegations against a Supreme Court nominee seeking to turn back the hands of time of the Supreme Court of the United States. And I have proudly represented Stormy Daniels and each of these individuals along the way against Donald Trump. Let us be clear tonight. Let us be clear. Donald Trump does not have the intelligence, the courage, the heart to be the President of the United States. Now, I have seen a lot in my 47 years on the face of the planet. I have lived a very long life in those 47 years. I've seen a lot of positive things, and I've seen a lot of negative things. I can remember, as I know so many of you can remember, that regardless of your politics, you would be able to point to the President of the United States as a role model for your sons and your daughters, regardless of whether you agreed with their particular policy positions. That's no longer true in America. For the first time in my 47 years, we can no longer point to the President of the United States as a role model. We have a misogynist pig as the President of the United States. Let's be clear about it. Let's not sugarcoat it. Let's not sugarcoat it, turn the other cheek, or look the other way. We need to start talking about what this really is. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we are in a fight for the future of this republic. And until we recognize that, we're not going to be able to solve it. We need to understand what is really at risk here. We have a man as President of the United States, the leader of the free world, who believes that it's acceptable to call women pigs, to call a woman a horse face, to degrade the disabled and women repeatedly. This has no place in the United States of America, and it is a violation of what this nation is all about. Now, I want to talk a moment about the Democratic Party and what we are fighting for.